Donnie B, GotDaBeats.
Yo, what's good? It's Donnie B got the beats, live on the beat. Thank you all for joining in. So today's talent that we got today is a young man I had the pleasure of kind of working with by proxy through a mutual friend. Yeah, our mutual friend. Sorry about that. Our mutual friend. I call him G. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I just can't ever really kind of fully bring my name. Grown ass man can't call another dude gorgeous.
Right, everything gorgeous.
Yeah, no, everything gorgeous. But shout out to that man, gorgeous. Like, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, that's the homie, man. Like, he's been live since day one, and he only fuck with live. Real talk. So, gorgeous had me on the phone. Was like, yo, we got this talent that's one of the dopest dudes he's ever met, and had the pleasure of working with. Sold the whole bag on me. Like, hey, Donnie, I need you to get me a beat. All right, cool. Slid him a beat, and then that work came back though.
Mm-hmm.
When that work came back though.
It sure did.
Okay. So that's when this talent came on my radar, and he ain't been nothing but humble and real G ever since. Trading conversations and just being mad supportive. Watching him from afar. He's doing his damn thizzle out in the great state of Ohio.
Hell yeah.
No doubt. No doubt. But let's just call it what it is. We got our talent today, my man Bullet from the great state of Ohio. How you doing, Bullet, man? How's it going?
I'm doing good, man. Just grinding, working every day. Just keep on pushing. I can't stop.
Cool. I don't expect nothing less from you, brother. I didn't see, like I said, to see you work, and it's been nothing short of impressive. But I mean, the company you keep, I expect nothing less,
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Cool. So tell us a little bit about who Bullet is. Like, what Bullet? What you about? Like, what's your backstory?
So, I mean, I grew up listening to all types of different music. My dad was into rock, mom was into hip hop and R&B. So, of course, I got the hip hop and R&B side and the rhythm side from my mom and hanging out with her. And it wasn't until maybe about a year and a half after I graduated high school, I was hanging out with my grandma's neighbor, who already had a little basement studio. He had already been recording. He came from Detroit and was living down in Columbus to kind of help his mom out. And one day we were sitting there chatting. He was like, why don't you try it? Why don't you just try writing something down to a beat, whether you rhyme it or, however you do it, just try it. And then I just took it from there, and it ended up being therapy for me, because I grew up with, mad temper problems. Like even as a baby, like, as a baby, I was banging my head on the floor, just mad and angry when I couldn't have something. And it just progressed and got worse as I got older. So I finally found something that I could channel all that tense and all that bad energy through, and just sit and write and listen to a beat and go over that song. And by the time I'm done with that song, I memorize it from front to back. And that's when I hit the studio with it. And that's been the process ever since. Like, I could sit down and write a song and then get the hook and go through that song for, a week just to get it right. And I'll rewrite it and edit it, and I'll record it on my phone just to hear it for myself. And then I'll hit the studio with it. And then it just progresses from there. And as quick as I need a song, I can put a song out, is where I've gotten to.
Okay. Cool. So what what was the driving force that really solidified it by way of saying this is what I want to do, no matter like this is the art I want to put out in the universe? Like, really, was there a specific story that kind of just got you to that point, or
I think once, I think it was before I got signed when I did my very first mixtape, because my very first mixtape that's still on SoundCloud to this day, I not only recorded myself, but I produced myself on that entire mixtape from front to back.
your first time?
For my first time, for my very first mixtape that I did, I printed copies of little like those cardboard pamphlets you can put the CD in.
Yeah.
You know, had a bunch of those made, printed out a whole bunch of copies of CDs, went down to places like ComFest, which is a community festival in Columbus, where everybody just kind of hangs out in a big old park down there, so you can just walk around and pass out CDs. I went to open mics. I went to anything I could go to just to pass out CDs. And I did about 6 mixtapes doing that from Ohio, and I did it in Pennsylvania for a little bit too when I lived down there.
Okay. What part of Pennsylvania?
It was, I can't. Biglerville was the town, a little small town like 30 minutes south of Gettysburg.
Okay. That's awesome. Well, first of all, I mean, it takes a lot of strength to be able to try to pull something like that off. I mean, especially if like this is my first go around, I'm gonna just go ahead and drop out with a break album. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it was through that process that it was not only the writing of it and going through it, but then recording it and producing it and just going through the whole process myself and then hearing myself back. From there on, it was just like, yeah, I'm definitely gonna do this. And then after showing it to other people and all the comments and support I was getting through anybody that I met that I showed, I was like, okay, I might have something here, and just kept going.
Okay. What are your influences? Like, what previously got you in the mode to write to become Bullet, or what are you listening to now? Like that's just like that are like inspired you and influenced you in order to have a share your voice.
I'd say in the beginning, I stayed and strayed far away from mainstream artists and started listening to a lot of underground people that some of them may seem mainstream today. But I was listening to JL Hood. I was listening to Hobson, the whole Strange Music crew. Anybody that, all the people that are signed to Strange Music, I was listening to them, especially Cess crew, Stevie Stone, Chris Calico. I was listening to all of them. And then I went back to the oldies every once in a while and, listen to Ludacris, Eminem. I listened to a lot of Biggie back then too. So, I mean, I go all over the place with oldies to new music to old music. And nowadays, I'd say like when I'm driving around or when I'm cruising, I'm either listening to myself or I'll put on like some Future or something like that, just something I can ride to.
Okay. Well, it's interesting, and there's always the topic of debate. Like when you listen to music now, in comparison to the music that you listened to, said that was like heavily influenced you.
Right.
How do you feel about the state of hip hop music today in comparison to music back then? Would you say that because some people say hip hop is dead, and some people like what is your thoughts on it? Like
my thoughts on it is at one point it might have felt like hip hop was dead just because of the fact that a lot of new people coming out were sounding the same. Like they had different topics, they were from different states, they had different stories. I get that, but it was all kind of blending together sound wise. So it was kind of hard to stand out unless you had a really good flow and a really good story that, that crowd of people or that genre of people could listen to and liked. Because when Auto-Tune and 2 Chainz and all of them first came out, I wasn't really hip to it. I didn't really follow that. And then it just continued from there. But because it was that way and had been that way for so long. Now you've got artists like Joyner Lucas.
Yeah.
You've got artists like Logic. You've got artists popping up left and right that just have bars and put that out there, and just to revive that hip hop feel. Like I know Nas came out and did a couple of things that I listened to here recently. Even Ludacris made another album and came out with that. T.I. came out with another album. And I like the way that T.I. kind of mixed his style with the new age style and made it work. So, you know, it created an opportunity now for everybody that does sound different and isn't using, you know, auto tune or going that route. It gives them a chance to stand out tremendously as long as you have the budget behind you to get you there.
Right. Okay. Okay. Well, how do you feel about the LE2, Busta's new album?
Oh, he killed it. He killed it, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I only got to hear 2 songs off of that, and I didn't even get to listen to the full songs because they just, you know, friends in my car, they just switch songs left and right. So, but the two songs that I did hear, he killed it. I mean, he's still got it. There's no doubt about that.
Right. Right. Cool.
And that's impressive. I mean, that's impressive. You can keep that and keep that going. Just like, you know, Eminem and how long he's been going, and people thought he was done. And then he came back and killed it again. I mean, stuff like that is impressive and shows that no matter how long you've been doing it and no matter where you are in your career, you choose where you want to be depending on what budget you put behind you and how hard you're willing to work for it.
Yeah. Those are definitely facts. And as a music producer, I'm here to tell you that that's 100% correct.
Right. So you're gonna want it. I mean, if you'd have a small budget or no budget, you know, like I went through in the beginning, you just got to work even harder. There is no stopping. I mean, 2-3 hours of sleep a night, and I'm back to it, either on my phone or making calls or going to a show. You know, back then I was always doing something.
Right. Right. Yeah, I mean, and those kind of things, they're heavily impactful on personal life, family life, all of the above, man. And you get to monitor it all that, you know.
Yeah.
Was that heavily impactful for you? Did you notice the same thing, or is it, you know?
Yeah, definitely. It definitely got to a point where it was all or nothing. And at that point, it was kind of like I had to take a step back because, you know, I had other reasons I was doing this for as well. And to not have that and to continue going, it was kind of like, you know, yeah, it's therapy for me, but, you know, that without family back at home to provide for, to go back to, and everything else, it just wasn't there for me like that. Which doesn't mean that I quit, and it doesn't mean that I'm going to stop. It means that I'm going to continue going, revamp, get my budget back in order, and shoot for the stars once again.
Right. Well, I mean, like I said, your work definitely shows your resilience, man. Like I said, without a doubt. So definitely have no reservations as to whether or not I believe that you're gonna be, you know, push that envelope. You definitely
Right.
will, you know.
Right.
So let me ask you this: what's it like growing up in Columbus? I mean, you know, that Ohio area, like you know, with you being you know, an MC coming out of Ohio. The state of the, you know, music business, and, you know, the time that you came out, and let's address, you know, whatever elephant there may be in the room. Let's say you know, if you're a non-person of color in a person of color space, which is probably what most people thinking about, you know, hip hop, and, you know, that it's black people driven and so forth and so on. What was it like growing up in Columbus, going through the you know, the era, and then, you know, coming up as an MC in Columbus? Did you have to deal with those kind of stereotypes as well?
Yeah, I mean, going out to shows and just going down there to hang out with friends and growing up down there, it was kind of like, you know, most of the time I stuck out like a sore thumb. But the way that I engage with people and the way that I can relate to people, which is a big factor in my writing and music and the way I can put stuff together. I automatically like kill any tense vibes, any thoughts or assumptions that anybody could make or have. I automatically kill that in the entire room.
Okay.
So it was kind of like it became, if you're a good person, you're a good person. If you're not, then you're gonna see right through me. I'm gonna see right through you, and it's just not gonna be good. So, but I know I'm a good person. I know I'm inviting to people that show respect. You know, I was always told if you want respect, you got to give respect. So, and that's how I go about it, even to this day.
Okay. Okay. I feel that's the best way to go. Obviously, I mean, again, it,
Right.
it makes you that much more solid of a man to, present yourself. So
Right. And I mean, I had to go through the whole, oh, you sound like Eminem. And of course, I had to ask at least a couple of times, like, are you saying that because I'm white? like,
yeah,
I did ask a couple of times just to, and I told him I was joking. Like I wasn't, upset about it. I appreciate, comments like that because, Eminem's a goat.
right. Okay. All right. Well, before we get into to the music, I guess explain. Can you explain the merger with it's gorgeous music, and how well that's going? I mean, it appears to be taking off and things to be
Oh
seem
yeah.
have a lot of cohesion there.
Yeah, see, I started, It's Gorgeous Music wasn't the first company that I signed with. The first company that I signed with was called Chocolate City Entertainment, and they were out of Pennsylvania, and that's when I was living there. And so it was kind of through Chocolate City Entertainment and the CEO of that company that eventually down the road introduced me to Gorgeous. And I think he introduced me on, just, hey, see what he's got to offer, see what, he's about. I've known him for a while, just see what he's talking about.
Mhm.
And to me, okay, well, I'm gonna call somebody and see what they're talking about. And if I like what they're talking about, then I don't see why I'm not going to take that road.
But
So I ended up calling Gorgeous and we ended up talking. And, I told him what I was already doing. And I had 30 shows from Ohio, from Central Ohio to out of state shows in West Virginia. And I went to Indiana one time. So I was doing a whole lot then and traveling a whole lot every single weekend. So he got to know like where I was going with it and how I felt about staying independent and finding a team to work with, which I had people behind me already that had certain roles and did certain things. And so I mean, once he offered and got to talking about distribution and taking that next step and everything he had to offer then, he's got 10 times more to offer now. But even what he had to offer then, I was like, all right, let's do it. And I ended up signing the distribution deal. And then we got to talking about, me actually doing things for the company, to help the company grow
right.
and help build the company and put the name out there, marketing and promo, everything gorgeous, everywhere we go, blah, 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 blah. And just 2 years of traveling and doing singles and meeting the people that we met, like, I mean, it's been crazy and it's just getting better from
Good.
here on out.
Good. It's awesome. And again, just to further stamp the point, is that like you're not signed as like just a recording artist. You're like the president of the Ohio chapter,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I actually run the Ohio division for Ohio. And so I contact all the clients. I've also elected a vice president to work with me. And I have a head of marketing and promo. And I'm about to hire somebody for design and ads and flyers and stuff like that. So I'm starting to build my team here in Ohio, but yes, I handle all the clients that we sign services to, whether it's distribution, management. We have a marketing and promo deal right now. So I mean, whatever we can aid any local artist with that's ready to take that next step, that's what we want to offer, and that's our goal. Like if you've got the budget behind you, you're ready to take that next step and really leap yourself into this industry to stand out, then we have those tools, we have those services, we have those people to talk to. So for Ohio, I've been handling the promo for It's Gorgeous Music in Ohio and getting the name out there, talking to different clients, doing a lot of stuff remotely here lately just because of, you know, the whole COVID situation and, you know, where that's going right now.
Right.
So a lot of it's been remotely right now. I still meet with my associates, but, you know, that's about the only people that we really meet face to face at this moment. So.
Okay. Well, yeah, like I said, it definitely appears as though you're light years ahead of just like you're not just like a run of the mill rapper, like you know, like you're trying to get out your car.
I've been doing this for a long time. I've learned a lot of lessons, been through ups, been through really bad downs. You know, it's a roller coaster of an industry. But I mean, if you can't handle the ride, then you don't need to get on. Like.
Right.
Like I say to people all the time, I don't deal with hobbyists. Like this is not a hobby to me. So if you do this for a hobby, then that's cool, awesome. And whether you got talent or you don't got talent, or whether I like it or whether I don't like it, if you're doing it for a hobby, then I'm sorry. I'm probably going to take a listen to the first like minute and a half, give you my support, my opinion, and then tell you to have a good day. Because this is not a hobby for me. This is a career. This is a job for me.
Right. That's and it's just a great work ethic and a great way of thinking, because there's so many people out there to waste your time. You know,
oh my gosh, dude.
It's a whole other conversation, right?
It's great. All the way up to like actually making an appointment and then like the day before just ghosting. It's kind of like why do we even have that conversation? Like,
right. Well, it's good to know that you know, you're the only that I ain't the only person who has experienced that.
right. It gets aggravating at times, but I mean, we still got people interested. We still got people, you know, hitting us up. You know, the people that I'm currently, you know, the people that I've employed right now, they know people and they're currently pushing it to them. You know, just to see if we can aid them in any way. And like I tell people all the time, unless you have a really big budget, then the first thing I would start with is distribution and getting your music out there at least.
Right.
You know, getting it in the right places. And then you can budget yourself when it comes to marketing and promo. Or if you have the extra, then we've got a promo and marketing deal too that's phenomenal. I mean, 7 different radio stations, 7 different states, I think 3 different blogs. I mean, there's a lot more included in that package.
That's awesome. Well, I mean, I'm sure people will be interested in understanding exactly what it is. That definitely.
Yeah.
And big shouts out, obviously, to It's Gorgeous Music. I mean, you know,
big shout out to It's Gorgeous Music, It's Gorgeous Clothing. Yeah, I mean, everything that we're involved with. I mean, it's getting bigger and bigger by the day.
Yeah, all gorgeous.
Gorgeous. right.
Indeed. So, what current projects you got? What you working on right now, brother?
Well, I have the single, my most recent single that I've released. It's been out for a little bit. Actually, Donnie B made the beat for us. It's called Sunshine. We shot the video in Harlem, New York, and it was I'll say it's a different vibe for me. Like I've always been like I said, you know, I wrote and did music to kind of channel my aggression and stuff like that. So doing Sunshine was really different for me, but it gave me a chance to slow it down and really tell people a story about what I was really going through inside. Because I'm the type on the outside, I'm gonna be hard as a rock. I'm not gonna show you any of that emotion. I'm gonna bottle it up, you know, broaden my shoulders and just stand there and deal with it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm not gonna be the one to give out the emotion like that. And that's what I used to use music through. So doing Sunshine, it was a really good opportunity to kind of tap into a different feel, a different vibe, and tap into a different place in myself and what I was going through.
Okay. Okay.
I also did a feature here recently with Stevie Stone from Strange Music. I got the offer from a producer, another Grammy nominated producer named Wishmaster. He had an offer he was putting out for local and indie artists that wanted to tap into, another crowd, and just really, you give tools to use to put yourself out there. And I took that opportunity, got the beat. The song's called Chop Chop. You can find that on YouTube.
You actually got that here today too, so we'll definitely demo that out.
Yeah, doing that song, like I've always been, even before starting to rap myself, I was a big fan of Stevie Stone. And then I kind of stopped following as much because I was so focused on, getting myself out there and doing what I needed to do and make sure I was grinding to get where he is now or even further. So to, get to go back to the music that I was listening to before I started and get to actually do a song with that person and put it out, just to put it out there, just to give basically give good promotion, get my name back out there and generating. Because after Sunshine, I hadn't put anything out in about 6 months. I was just doing a lot of stuff remotely through social media. Gorgeous was looking at like magazine placements and stuff like that. So, for that 6 months, I didn't put anything out. That was kind of the main focus, just trying to keep Bullet relevant and keep getting in magazines, trying to get a hold of radio stations, whatever I could do at the time.
Yeah, would you say it's more difficult to be in the back end of the music business as well as in the front at the same time, or is it like you're so used to it that you don't even really think about it?
Yeah, I've been, even before Gorgeous, I had Bullet Entertainment running, and with Bullet Entertainment, I was using that company to book shows. And so I was kind of an active show promoter at that point, and that's where I was, gaining my revenue, was through the bar and making deals with local bars and stuff like that to do these hip hop shows, because I always did paid promotion, did a whole bunch of, marketing for it. I had people in Columbus that would actually be passing out flyers, or in Mount Vernon, Newark, a bunch of different local cities and local towns in Ohio. So that's what I was doing at the time before I took this role. I was basically an active show promoter and an artist, which became easy to do because I had already talked to the artists. They already knew who I was. I booked them for the show. So once they came to the show and saw what I had to offer, and all the people that came to my shows and the crowd response that they got and everything else, it was just, all right, what else you got to offer? So it just grew from there, and it was getting pretty good at one point until they shut everything down, and then it kind of just all fell through and all stopped at one moment. So then it was, okay, well, what can we do now? What else can we promote? What else can we put out there? Is there any opportunities we can take a hold of that isn't required to go to a show? So it was an adjustment on top of an adjustment on top of another adjustment. And it's just been rolling with the punches at this point. I am currently working on my my new single called My Turn, which will drop in January. Right now, we're just getting the cover art finished, and I'm getting the mastering finished. We also shot a video for it, so I'm currently working on editing with that. you know, while working my 9 to 5, while taking care of my 2 girls, while promoting on Facebook, while talking to clients, you know, tapping in with my associates to make sure that they're talking to clients and directing them to me, getting them promoting and everything else. I mean, it's just a lot on the plate. It's work after work after work after work.
Hey man, listen, from one entrepreneur to the next, man, I definitely understand and I appreciate hear your struggle, man.
It doesn't stop. I mean,
yeah, you are not by yourself with it, that's for sure.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
No doubt. So let's get into this work real quick, man. Let's see what you talk about. Let's go with Sunshine first. You wanna
I'm down.
Demo that out and tell you know, bring it in. Let us know exactly you know, the logistics on it.
We got a hold of Cashflow Harlem, who at the time had a video out with Cardi B, and did a feature with Cardi B after that. So we got a hold of him and paid for the feature. We got, of course, Gorgeous had to get a hold of Donnie B and was like, hey, I need a beat stat, because, you know, at the time we were on the whole, okay, well, he's done the feature with Cardi B, he's going that direction, so, you know, there's a wave right there that, you know, not only could we tap into, but, you know, ride with and build with, you know, to give a good name for the company, help out in any way we can there, you know, just anything we could do. So we got the feature done. We went to Harlem, New York and shot the video and got that done. And I think that weekend, the weekend that we did that video, we went to like 3 different states. We were in DC, then went to Philly, and then went to New York, and then I flew back to Columbus. So, you know, getting that together was definitely a crazy weekend. But like I said, it was a different type of vibe song for me, but it allowed me to tap into a different place and push it out.
Okay, and shout out to my home 3. You know, I'm from DC, but you know, DC, why, you know, those are my weekend spots, bro. Like that, you know. So man, shout out to the big 3 up there. But nonetheless, you heard it here first. It's Bullet with Sunshine.
I just don't get it. Like, we've been together for 6 or 7 years now. Like, at this point, I feel like we should be like focused on stability, buying a house
moving
together.
forward.
Yeah,
He don't sound like he wants to do this. Like, I'm over him. Like, I need you to be happy.
You know what? We could find where the parties is at. Right.
Or in a bar, some drinks, take you out to show you a good time. Bring out him what?
Until he's ready to treat you like a queen.
The queen that you
I just want to talk.
I'll be right back, yo.
Girl, you moving all around.
Like,
You see
I had a whole conversation. You know what?
Okay, I get
So
it.
she's over it.
Hi, girl.
So beautiful, you're an angel. You're my goddess, my queen, my everything. Your love is my love. I know you love it still. Love is like a dream. Such
I remember in the distance when it was nothing but a friendship, kicking it after work and talking, smoking, releasing aggression. Who would have ever thought you and I would build a connection? But it only took a second, like a drug and it's an obsession. I'm confessing while addressing the expression of affection with just a hint of aggression. We loved it with every second, nothing but the present. Went and left behind the records, no second guessing. The question ended up more than we expected. Started to get harder to think that we could be separate, like Bonnie and Clyde, right till we die was the objective. Even through the worst of times, and when we feel rejected, we take a look at each other and smile like a reflection. Rough through this 6 and even harder through the 7th. But I'm never giving up and I hope you never forget it. We tried it once before and I know that we both regret it. The things that we said and did was stupid and adolescent. I'm speaking from the heart and I'm hoping you get the message.
So beautiful, you're an angel, you're my goddess, my queen, my everything. Your love is my love. I know you love the sun, love is like a dream, sunshine, divine.
Through all the dark days, be my sunshine. And we can have a little boy, watch our sunshine. Love is like a battlefield when you're on the front line. I can't see you with nobody else, love's blind. And I don't wanna open my eyes, I'm trying to open your heart. Girl, you know it's the vibes, dang, see your potential. What's wrong with them guys? Niggas had you in park, had to throw you in drive. Now you're rolling with a real one. Tell them niggas that it's been real one. I'm trying to make sure that you feel some. I'm trying to build some. It make you sick, your manicure it like nails, huh? And they just want fuss, beef, ridiculously. But you just want love, peace, stability, good energy, constant affection, consistently. Damn, that pretty face killing me. Hey girl, you gorgeous.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So, like, yeah, that's all you got to say about it. It's work. It's work, bro. You know what I'm saying? Definitely love it. The only thing I got to say is, as much as I would like to take credit for it, I did not do that beat. I did for Life Changes.
Oh, Life.
That's
okay.
Yeah, again, not to make it, you know, it just, you know, I could live with myself trying to take credit for somebody else's work, brother.
Oh, man, I can't believe I got that mixed up, man.
Hey, man, no worries, no worries. It's what it is. Like I said, it's all fam, it's all love. It happens to the best, though. Just I couldn't live with myself.
Right. I forgot that. Yeah. Donnie Beats, Life Changes. Man, I can't believe I slipped that up.
Yeah, that's all right. No worries.
My apologies. The beat was made by Peanut and Hole, who is a platinum producer out in LA.
Okay.
So Gorgeous tapped in with him and got that beat together for us and did us a huge favor with that beat.
Okay. There you go. But either or, fire, bro.
But I mean, shit. But Life Changes was that's my track, dude. Like, as soon as that was the third beat that I clicked on, and just listening to it and listening to the intro and how big it sounds, especially getting to go to Vegas and do the video and, you know, make it look big, us being in Vegas, you know, out the top of the truck and just walking down the strip, like that beat, that track, that experience, it was wild. It was great.
I appreciate that, but I'm sick. I'm still sick to my stomach in 2020 having to miss that video. But you know,
right.
You know,
right. I'll get it to you.
For sure. You know what it is. What it is. Hopefully, we get some work in soon, and then we get a video.
Definitely. Actually, come February, I'll be looking for another beat. I got a beat that I'm purchasing in January for a follow-up single. And then, I mean, I'm not going to stop after that. So come February, I'm going to need another one.
Righto. Cool. Look forward to it. So next up, we got the next song, Chop Chop. You want to say some words about that?
Chop Chop, like I said, I got the offer from Wishmaster, who is also a Grammy nominated producer. He put out an offer for local and indie artists to, you know, feature with Stevie Stone. And, you know, and from what I got from it is the more promotion and, you know, marketing you get behind it and the hotter the numbers are, I think there was something about getting a chance to be on the actual LP that Stevie Stone's going to be releasing in 2021. So I took hold of that opportunity and got the track. And the original beat was called Chop Chop, and Stevie Stone had his verse on there and the hook on there. So I kind of just kept it like that and wrote my verse, took some time to rewrite it, go through it, make sure it was, you know, spot on in the way I like it and the way I wanted it. And went to the studio, laid it down with my engineer at Blue Moon Studios. Shout out to Paris Hollins in Columbus. Great engineer. Just went down there, laid down the track, got it edited and mastered. I did the video myself. I did the graphics myself. And just put all that together and started promoting it.
All right. Well, you heard it here first. This the Bullet on Chap Chap. Check this out.
Yeah. Call me the GOAT, we are not the same. Never take float, go against the grain. Buddy just a host, I'm not entertained. I just want to pip and no attention all lame. I've been going hard since the day that it came. From the AM to the PM, motherfucker better pay him. Let it working on my nerves, but it's spot for a slam. Though sometimes he's in the loo, wait for me to okay him. No, this pussy nigga didn't say that. Send a shockwave through his wave cap. Put my balls on the table, feel the way what you did to the homie, motherfucker, this is payback. Homie really know I been bucking the willy tears, nothing to head button, I'm head busting, I fear nothing. Stevie Stone, the wish master with collar tips, I'm ready to be something, let me talk about it. Pull up to the block with the chop. Touch a couple limbs, I'ma walk them down. This is not your ordinary hot box. Team Stone niggas, we don't fuck around. When I leave the scene, there's a man down. 911, call the paramedics. Self-made nigga, no handouts. Big Stone, go and check the analytics.
I hate people, but I like to be in public. Get the rapping and they love it. They don't like me, I say fucking load them up. It's bullet on the mic, I'm like a gun. And if you know me, you know I don't give a fuck. So what? Keep on testing and limit. And I'ma load it and clip it. Get to pulling the trigger, better let it buck. Get buck, shit up with this cut. 808 bending with Stevie Stone and we lit it up. Get fitted, independence, our limit. Give me the mic and then a ribbit. Thinking I might just start tripping. Cause you steady talking shit. Thinking it perfect with your words, but it's worse. Cause you talking, but you got no part to missing. Get a little rude, but it's facts in the vision. Hitting your television. Told you I'm never missing. Hit him with a stone sharper than the blade switching. It's bullet on the mic and I'm hungry like an addiction. Yeah.
Pull up to the block with the chop. Touch a couple limbs, I'ma walk them down. This is not your ordinary hot box. Team Stone niggas, we don't fuck around. When I leave the scene, there's a man down. 911, call the paramedics. Self-made nigga, no handouts. Big Stone, go and check the analytics.
You kind of can't say nothing after that. You're supposed to say bars. You're supposed to just say
bars. You already know though. I had to. Like I said, it was somebody that, you know, I listened to and was a fan of before I started, and you know that's who I would cruise and listen to before I even started rapping. So to come back and to even have the opportunity to put out a feature with that person, you know, I had to go hard on that. I had to kill it.
Bars.
Thank you.
You're supposed to just go ahead. Bars. You know what I mean?
Bars.
So but that fire, bro. Like what you got working up there in Ohio, man, is something to behold. Like definitely, man. Like that's why we had to get you on the beat, bro. You know.
Thank you. I appreciate that a lot. It's definitely taken a lot of hard work, a lot of hard decisions, and a lot of lessons learned, man. Like,
okay. So 2021 is going to be a bigger year, and you know, you really going to unleash the Kraken.
2021, I've heard for the past, I mean, ever since I was signed with This Gorgeous Music, I've heard from all of our team. I've heard it from friends and everything else. Oh, you just need to be heard. You just need to be heard. Blah, 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 blah. So you just need to hit that one person to hear you, that one right person to hear you. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, well, it's my turn. It's my turn.
Okay.
That's why the single is called My Turn. That's why it's going to be the first single I put out since Sunshine. And yeah, I mean, it's just there's a lot coming with it. So.
Okay. Well, I look forward to it. I'm sure that you know the world looks forward to it. I mean, you just bars. Just gonna say bars.
I listen to it on a daily basis. Like, and it's not even out yet. It's probably one of the songs I listen to at least 20 times a day.
Okay. Hey, like I said, hopefully we get the sneak peekage, but you know what I'm saying? Like
yeah, I know there's a lot of people there's a lot of, close associates and friends and fans that have already asked me, when's that single coming out again with just you in it? You've done a lot of, your past singles have been features and traveling and everything else. So when are you going to put out another single with just you in it? So, I got to give the people what they ask for.
Yeah, you got to give them what they want. That's one of my singles. So I feel you.
And I mean, I've got a whole new line of Bullet t-shirts and merchandise that are coming. The t-shirts are already here. I've got one of them on right now.
Nice. Okay.
So I'm pushing that too as well. So got t-shirts and other merchandise coming that we can push at shows and through other platforms online, and actually be able to sell them online and actually send them out to the people that order them and get that going.
Hey, brother. Like I said, I can't. I just wait patiently, bro. That's all I can do.
Right.
You got everything in line.
The offers for the t-shirts, they will be put up on Facebook and Instagram as offers. I also have a website coming out that I'm currently working with a web designer on. And as soon as that website's up and running, I can also sell through my website and everything else. So it'll be easier to get to, because, Facebook sometimes does get complicated, and that's why it takes a lot of work to promote it correctly and sell it correctly through Facebook, and make sure that, I have to do my part to get it to the customer, at least until I get the website running and, get that part of the business running to where I can just, when they order the shirt, I have somebody that is already shipping it out. So.
Okay. Bro, you seem to already have it worked out, brother. It's like you like if Tommy Mottola had bars, that's what it seems like. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm telling you, 2021, there's going to be more than just that one person that's going to hear Bullet.
I like that. That's definitely that should be the mantra for not just you, but for everyone going on 20, especially after 2020. It's undefeated.
Right. I mean, with everything that's gone on this year and the ups and downs, and then COVID, and I mean, there's so much that's going on this year. It's crazy. Like, if you look through the history of 2020, just on snapshots of 2020, it's mind blowing. It's crazy.
All right. Well, like I said, I wish you nothing but the best, obviously, because you definitely got work. And
Thank you. I appreciate that.
No problem, man.
February.
I man, we might have to do a straight to the street joint for real, because I mean, I'm loving what I'm hearing. So I mean, I'm game for that. If you game for it, I like the challenge of it.
Yeah.
You gotta get me to stop singing. I might have to spit some bars on them.
Right. We just might have to do that, man.
You don't know. That's all I'm saying. Because I come from that too. So, but now, it's neither here nor there, bro. Like I said, it's definitely a pleasure. Now let's hash down on a couple more questions, and then we get you out. What's the entertainment scene like in Ohio? Like, even pre-COVID, and even in the middle of all of the stuff that's going on. I mean, obviously there's stark differences. I anticipate due to having to shut things down and not being able to connect with people physically. But could you describe the scene in Ohio before COVID, what it was like? Like, was it popping? Was it like, and was it budding? And then like what is it now?
There is so much talent in Ohio that, I mean, it's sick. It's sick how much talent there is here in Ohio. That, I mean, the shows were popping from Columbus to Cleveland to Cincinnati, Dayton, Akron, even surrounding states we could travel to. They were popping and making offers to artists in Columbus and in the surrounding areas. Even with the shows that I was promoting and that I was hosting and putting on. I had a show, one of my first shows in Mount Vernon, which is just a small little 3,000 seat venue. And I had 1,000 people in there. And I was promoting it. And I was hosting it. And I was promoting 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 it country town, really. And we made a deal with this bar owner and promoted our first show. And in a bar that held a capacity of only 230 people, we had 200 people.
But he was happy.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. He was ecstatic. Like, outside was packed, inside was packed, the basement was packed. Like, it was nuts. We had so much going on that night and just continued from there. And then we just went to other surrounding small towns and did the same thing. So it gave artists in Columbus, a way to outreach to other areas and other counties to tap into those fan bases as well.
Okay.
And then COVID hit and kind of, shut everything down for, that 3 months. And then after that, slowly but surely, you saw the open mics come back. There's still an open mic every Tuesday in Columbus I know about. There's currently a promoter that I'm really close with who's also an artist who puts on a show, I think, every other Saturday. So there is still opportunity in Columbus to do shows. They're just not as frequent and not as big as they used to be, just because of, people wanting to stay in the house and wanting to stay safe and not wanting to mix and mingle with different people that they don't know. So it's been somewhat of a challenge that I've seen to pack the bars like we used to.
Of course.
So
okay. Well, that's definitely good to know, man. I mean, I can't fathom that everybody's ever even been to Ohio, let alone know where it is on the map. No disrespect,
right.
Huh?
Hey, but everybody's heard of the Buckeyes, so I mean,
for sure,
we can't deny that.
LeBron, come on, man. Like, what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, it is what it is. I mean, and I had an opportunity I performed out there like really early in my career, 2008, 2007, 2008.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And I did open mic tours too, and it led me to where was I did it in Cincinnati.
Okay.
But even in the Natty, it was like, ooh, okay, they got work. You know what I'm saying? And then I took it to Chicago. I was like, ooh, Chicago got work. Like, you'd be surprised.
Like there's so much talent on the East Coast that I mean, I don't know what it is about. I mean, I don't know what it is about artists on the East Coast, but in my opinion, a lot of them think that someone's just going to hear their music on YouTube or SoundCloud and like text them in their DM with a record deal. Like I don't know. I don't really know what they're expecting, but I mean, you have so much talent in Columbus, just nobody that's willing to put that real budget behind them or put the work in if they don't have the budget. I mean, it's just issue after issue after issue. And I mean, if you have that many issues, then I mean, you have talent. That's great. And that's the sickening part, because you could really, there's a lot of people that could really make traction in the music industry right now, and they just won't follow through. I really don't understand sometimes. So,
well, that's when you get to understand exactly who you're sitting across the table from. You know what I mean?
Right.
We only work with winners over here, and everybody else is just
right. Yeah, I mean, I tell them up front, like, look, this is, like I said before, this is a job for me. So, I have real services to offer you. I'm a real talent scout / president for It's Gorgeous Music Ohio. I'm really the one that's going to put the paper in front of you and have you sign it and take the picture and do the promo and everything else. Like, this is not some scam offer that we're just going to take your money and then after that be like, oh, okay, well, have a good day. We did this with your music. Have a good day. That's not what we do. Even artists in distribution that we have, we follow through with those artists. We make sure that they're happy with where their music is placed, and we give them all the information about where their music is placed. We have other offers like Hip Hop Weekly Spotify playlist. We can place people on the Hip Hop Weekly playlist on Spotify. We have that route. So, I mean, we have multiple different things that we can continue to offer just off of one service. It may be just distribution, but there's a lot that we ourselves add on to that just because we want the artist signed to the company to win. We're all here to win. So we're going to give you the tools and the steps we need to take. You got to have the budget. And that's been the main problem here lately.
Well, it's gorgeous.
Everything's gorgeous. Everything's gorgeous.
You know?
All day, every day.
Yeah, no, like I said, big shouts out. But definitely the work is there. You definitely got all of the pedigree. When they say you do the work, if you build it, they will come. And you guys is definitely building it. That's for damn sure, brother.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that.
No doubt. Last question. How is the great state of Ohio post presidential elections, post racial turmoil, all of the stuff that's going on? What's Ohio like right now? I know for a period it was kind of rough up there. Like,
yeah, they're butthurt. I mean, everybody's still, you see the, people out in the sticks still holding their Trump flags in the truck, and still putting the Trump flags in the yard, and they're still butthurt about the situation. I mean, I get it to a certain point of what Biden's pushing, which I don't usually get too political, just because I didn't like either of them. I mean, I really didn't approve of either of them. I understand that Trump did what he could behind the scenes, and in my opinion was an ass on the TV, but that's just who Trump is, and either you accept it or you don't. But there was certain things that he did put in place that helped a lot of people through COVID and everything else. I know it wasn't him personally, but it was, the influence of his voice being like, look, this is what needs to happen. This is how we need to do it. And I'm advising that we do it this way. And he made that happen. So it wasn't all bad. I mean, everybody knows he's an embarrassment on TV. He can't talk worth a shit. But I mean, there's also, Biden and his vice president that, some of their ideas is to kind of knock down some of what Trump did, which in my opinion is going to, put a lot of people in a hard place. But I mean, it is what it is for me. I didn't approve of either of them. So when people ask me, who did you vote for? I'd look at them dead in their face. Neither of them. I'm sorry. I mean, it didn't really matter to me. I didn't want either of them. I don't think either of them were good for the country. So, I mean, it is what it is at this point. And I mean, there's been protests that went on post-election. And I mean, it's just been on and off. It really depends on how people feel that day, or what they see on the news, or what they heard from so and so or saw on social media, and so it's kind of up and down. But I know that Columbus itself, and like the Ohio State campus and all of that, it's all pretty chill down in Columbus and in the Ohio State University area and stuff like that. There's not too much bad vibes going on in the city right now from what I see.
Okay. Well, look, I know it's uncomfortable for a lot of people to say how they feel, especially about the politics, but I definitely appreciate your perspective, and thanks for sharing.
Yeah. No problem. Of course.
Let me ask you this: you got any advice for any aspiring talent, people who want to come up, young bullets, young gorgeous folk in training,
Work hard. That's all there is to it. It's work. If it's really what you want to do, it's work. And work hard. Gain a budget. I don't care if it's $50 a week that you put in the savings account, or $50 a promotion a week that you put on your social media accounts, or whatever you're doing. You got to have a budget behind it, and you got to work.
Because it's work.
Yeah. I mean, you put yourself where you want to be. And that's facts. You put yourself where you want to be. And if you say you can't, then you're going to continue to tell yourself that you can't, and you're going to be stuck in the same circle that you're in. As soon as you start saying that you can and putting that work in, you'll start seeing the results. Period.
All right. Last question. How can people learn more about you and your path and follow you and the work that you're putting out?
You can find me on any music platform by the name Bullet. You can find me on Instagram and Facebook through @TheRealBullet, THEE Real Bullet. That's where you can find a lot of my music links. I know my Bullet Entertainment Group is attached to my music page, so you can also see what's going on that side with promotional offers. I've also got I'm becoming the brand ambassador for Urban Ice, which is a jewelry company. So I've got promotions for Urban Ice coming out, and that's also on my music page and on the Bullet Entertainment page. The It's Gorgeous Music website is all throughout those pages and on my personal page. I'm constantly putting stuff up on my story through Instagram and Facebook, so you can always, once you follow me, once you follow me, you follow me. I mean, you get to see everything on the stories. You get to see everything we're promoting, everything we're offering. When I go out, I go live, so you get to see, where I'm going, what I'm doing, and you get to see the whole path of the route that I'm taking. So make sure you follow. Make sure you follow that movement.
Bars.
Bars.
Listen, like I said, man, listen, it's been a pleasure. Like I said, you've been G since day one, brother. And, I like to keep, affiliation with people like you. You know what I mean? So I've got nothing but love and respect for you, brother. If there's anything you need, obviously you can either hit me directly or go through our mutual good buddy.
Oh yeah. You already know. All it takes is one phone call. Like, hey, we need to get a hold of Donnie because I need this. So we need to make something happen.
Facts. And like I said, shout out to you. Shout out to Gorgeous. Shout out to It's Gorgeous Music. I got music.
Yeah. Everything gorgeous. Everything gorgeous. You already know. That's the motto right there. We the mob. Everything gorgeous.
It's gorgeous.
Shout out to the beat and my homie Donnie B. Thank you for having me on here, man. It's definitely been a good time getting to talk and continue to push more of what we're doing, especially here in Ohio. Good.
And like I said, the beat welcomes you and welcomes the rest of those folk that's unheard or unseen out there in Ohio. We'd love to get you on the beat. We support good music, gorgeous music.
Gorgeous music. Always. Nothing but.
So like I said, without further ado, brother, I appreciate you. Like I said, hang around for a second afterwards so we can chop it up right quick. But nonetheless, this is Donnie B Got the Beats, live on the beat with this brother right here, The Bullet. Make sure that you check him out. Stay tuned, stay supportive. And everybody, please, for the love of God, mask up, stay safe.
Oh, yeah. Make sure you do that because there are people who aren't doing that in Columbus right now, and it's shutting a lot of stuff down and it's making it harder. So definitely wear your mask, wash your hands, stay 6 feet apart, do what you got to do. Like, at least until they get through what they got to get through to where we don't have to go through this anymore. So
listen, it's everywhere, bro. Can you imagine LA shut down?
Oh my gosh, bro. Like, that'd be horrible. Like,
it's depressing, bro. It's depressing, but it's a real
right.
So, like you said, everybody stay safe, stay blessed, mask up, respect social distancing, but above all else, make sure you check out the beats. Check out. And we out. We out with these beats.